Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action. And we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for that #1 spot. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Here we are then, Monza, the 90th time this event has been held. So a special year for F1 fans, particularly the Italians, who are rightly proud of this event and its heritage.
Yeah, it always feels a bit special here, doesn't it, Crofty? Hamilton holds the joint record with Schumacher for number of wins here at 5 apiece, but could snatch it outright today with a 6.
Nearly 100 years of history here, so let's see what this year holds in store for the Italian Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Ackermann, Carlos Sainz, and Kvyat, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Alexander Albon, Ocon, Leclerc, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Butler, Vettel, Grosjean, George Russell, and Aiden Jackson, Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, let's see if we can squeeze some performance out of this new pack. Casper should be within reach soon, Aiden. You are free to race. Green flag. OK, DRS is now available. Great manoeuvre. You made it look easy. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh softs. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 11 laps to go. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. There are 10 laps to go. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. Our gap behind is 5.0 seconds. They're on old softs. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 9 laps to go. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Understood, copy that. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton behind. OK, the gap behind is 7.0 seconds. They're on old softs. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. 8 laps to go. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 12.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens in 2 laps' time. 7 laps to go. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 14.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens next lap. 6 laps to go. We'll be doing one more stop today. 1 stop left in our strategy. Your pit window opens next lap. You are in first position, front of the pack. Bottas is behind you. Our gap behind is 17.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens next lap. 6 laps to go. We want to pit this lap, so push now. You're leading the pack, P1. Bottas behind. Okay, the gap behind is 19.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 5 laps till the end. Casper is in the pits. Casper in the pits. Bottas is behind you. They've entered the pit lane. They're on fresh mediums. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 32.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 5 laps till the end. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 31.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 5 laps till the end. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. Our gap behind is 31.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. You're leading the pack. P1, Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 19.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. You're putting a good distance between yourself and the car behind. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. The gap behind us is 23.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. This is your final lap of the race. You're leading the pack, P1. Hamilton behind. The gap to the car behind is 26.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. This is your final lap of the race. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
Well, 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 quite the rivalry forming between the rookie Aiden Jackson and his veteran teammate Casper Ackermann.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of when Hamilton signed from McLaren back in 2007, and we all know how that one ended. Alonso returned to Renault pretty much the moment the season wrapped up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Racing Point's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the veterans of the sport. They're making their way out to the podium now as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better result today. Congratulations, Aiden. Top spot on the podium. How are you feeling?
What a day. I can't believe it. It's the best possible result. I'm gonna enjoy this moment, but not run away with myself. I've got to try and keep my focus for the next race. But, you know, first place.
A big talking point, irrespective of today's results, is how you've improved overall throughout the season. What would you say to that?
I couldn't do it without the support of the team. They've been incredible. I'm feeling looked after, and I couldn't ask for more. So any improvements are thanks to them.
It's funny you should mention the team as a whole. Can you give us an update? How is the current relationship between you and Casper Ackermann?
Look, driver relationships are always going to be tricky. Individually, you're always pushing yourselves, and that can cause friction. I can't let anything like that worry me. Besides, we're fine.
Thank you for your time.
Mum?
Aiden, I'm here.
Oh, good. After that flight delay, I was starting to get concerned.
Don't worry. Everything's fine.
And they're looking after you?
Better than at Silverstone.
Good, because you were my lucky charm there, Mum. And I'm hoping you do the same here.
I'll try, love. Now just do what you do, and everything will be great.
I know. Mirror signal maneuver.
And always stick to the speed limit.
I'll try.
Have a great race, Aiden. I'll see you after.
I'm so pleased you're here, Mum. This one's for you, eh?
How's it feeling out there, Aiden?
Yeah, good. I think we can start to push a little. Where's Casper?
Ahead of you, Don't worry about Casper, Aiden. Let's just improve your current position.
Yeah, copy.
Casper's sat in P8. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Casper is a couple of places up on you.
It's clear from anyone watching either in the stands or at home the determination on show from Racing Point and Aiden Jackson today.
No, you're not wrong there, Ant. His performance has improved race by race throughout the season, and his driving today, impeccable. Here's a test for him now, though, as they head down the main straight. There's a lot of friction between these two, and his teammates after him. Will he budge?
Pole position, Aiden.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this on a racetrack before! Two teammates wheel to wheel!
Keep it clean!
Inches separating them and they crash! Oh, they've come together in spectacular style, and they're both out of the race!
Close the door. Sit down. What the hell was going on out there? We've invested millions in you two. Millions. And look at you both. Acting like a couple of school kids. You've got a lot to prove this year, boy. And you're swanning around like butter wouldn't melt. And as for you, you should know better. I'm disgusted. You should both be ashamed.
Brian,
Not a word. Not a single word. I should fire you both right here and now. You've screwed our chances this season, team is bigger than you two and your petty squabbles. Grow up! Any more, and you're both out. You hear me? I'll finish the season behind the wheel myself if I have to. Both of you, get out.
Go away.
Hey.
Hey.
So, what did he say?
Threatened to fire both of us.
He won't.
That's not the point.
I'll just leave you be.
Is Lily okay? Does she know I'm safe?
Yeah, she saw you climb out. She's fine. I left her with your mother.
Okay, good.
You've survived worse, you know?
Doesn't make it any easier.
Maybe not, but you're not hurt. And you have a family who'll love you. The rest are just details. I'll see you later.
Here we are then, another season of Formula One racing is upon us. Some teams confident following pre-season, whilst others still looking for answers. Let's see what the future holds for them as qualifying gets underway here in Melbourne. So, Aiden Jackson in ninth. Aston Martin still hopeful the youngster can secure a decent position. Let's see how he gets on here. Teammate Casper Ackerman didn't make it through to Q3, narrowly missing out by just
13 milliseconds. You did all you could. If I went out second today, I would have those 13 milliseconds back, no problem. Why do they keep sending me out first?
11th isn't the end of the world, Casper. You'll make those places back.
Yeah, for sure. Shouldn't have to. Zoe, hey.
Morning, Daddy.
Lily, you know it's not morning where Daddy is, right?
Mummy says you're on the other side of the world.
That's right. Daddy is in Australia. I'm upside down.
Then why don't the cars fall off?
Mommy can explain that. Can I speak to her?
Don't fall off, Daddy.
I won't, Lily. Promise.
Hey, qualifying not so good, huh?
They sent me out first.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, some of your best races were coming from midfield.
Yeah?
Yeah. Besides, I thought you loved a challenge. Lils, off the table. Now. It's breakfast time. I should go.
Sure.
You'll be great. You always are. Love ya.
Love you too. Something's not right.
Understood, Casper. We're on it.
It's the gearbox. I lost a gear.
Push on, Casper. We're assessing. Just push on best you can.
I'll try.
Okay, bad news on the gearbox. The team are trying everything they can think of, but they're not optimistic. Just keep at it, do your best. That's all we can ask. We're trailing our teammate by 2.0 seconds. Brilliant. Nice move. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. Careful. Remember, you are teammates. Okay, gap ahead is 7.6 seconds. Eighth place. You're in 8th place. Ricardo is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 7.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Aiden is behind you. Our gap behind is 1.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The gap to the leader is 22.2 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Well, what's happened there to Casper Ackermann? Still managed to finish, but that's got to be frustrating act.
Yeah, looks like maybe it was a gearbox fault, which is always a blow for the driver. Ackermann won't be happy, but I'd say he's done very well in the circumstances.
Well, this isn't the start he would have wanted after last season. Let's hope things pick up for him. Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it.
So, not a great race out there for you today, Casper. Can you talk us through what happened?
Well, it was clearly an issue with the gearbox. Not a great place to be as a driver, but we'll work on it, I'm sure.
Well, despite obvious vehicle difficulty, you still managed to finish. How hard is it to bring it over the line when facing such issues?
Well, this is where experience comes in. You just have to switch off. Be mindful, but try and ignore what is going on around you. To concentrate only on the problem at hand, and hope for the best.
While it's an unfortunate start to this season, last season was muddied by a tense relationship with your teammate. How are things now with you and Aiden?
That was last season. It's no secret that Aiden and I had a few run-ins. But that's the risk when you put two drivers together for the first time. I don't like to look back, only forward. I'm sure he's learned a lot, and we'll see what happens this season.
Thank you for your time.
I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy, though.
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
Fine. Nope. I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now. Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
There goes another place. And another. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Okay, that wasn't ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back, please, Casper.
I'm on it.
Nice work, that brings you up a place. Okay, you're in the top 10. You're sat in P8. Perez ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 4.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Tsunoda is behind you. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 33.7 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 5 laps till the end. Gap to car in front is 2.7 seconds. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. You've moved up to 5th. That's P5. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. The gap between you and the car behind is increasing by a significant amount each lap. Good job. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.